Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to prepare and show you how to create practically a software testing resume for experienced people. Okay, you can have any number of years of experience. Okay, whatever the experience you want to put. Okay, I want to generalize this resume for everyone. Okay, even though you want to put 1 year of experience or 2 years of experience or 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 10 plus years, whatever it is, I'm going to generalize how to prepare a resume for experienced people. Okay, in software testing. So guys, I have chosen a template here. Okay, it's a very simple template, guys. It's just one page. You see, nowadays it is a fashion, right? Like a lot of people are creating a single page resumes. Okay, so it will be easy for the even the interviewers just to look and see like what exactly you are at a glance in a single page. If you give them multiple pages, right? It's becoming complicated and it's kind of outdated nowadays. Like a lot of people are preferring a single page resumes where you showcase everything in a single page. Okay, what exactly you are, you have to showcase or represent in a single page. So I did the same thing in this template where i I created the resume for myself. Okay, and while walk through you through this particular resume, I'll show you where exactly you have to do changes. Okay, where exactly you have to do changes according to your experience and all. I'm going to tell you anyhow. It is a single page resume, as you can see, and everything about me is covered in a single page here. Okay, so that's what is the beauty of this particular resume. As you can see here, guys, in cell I gave just my details like what is my name, what is my current role. Okay, if you my current role is test lead, let's say. If your current role is not test lead, write your current role here. Okay, test engineer, senior test engineer, test analyst. Okay, senior test analyst. Okay, like that, whatever the role you have based on your experience you want to put. Okay, just put that role here, and give your mobile number and email address for communication purpose. After that, write this single line. Okay, highly competent. Here I am a test lead, right? So I'm just writing test lead here. Whatever that comes in your case, if you are not test lead. Okay, highly competent test engineer, you can write with around, instead of writing 12 years. Okay, I'm writing 12 years, but you can write 1 year or 2 year. You can change it, guys. These things you can change it. Okay, 1 year or 2 years. So don't think that the resumes of lesser experience will be kind of completely different from the resumes of the highly experienced people. Okay, only things is skills matters. More skills they will be adding. More experience means more skills will be adding. That's it. Okay, if you are less experience means you will be adding less skills, nothing much. Okay, so here highly competent test lead with around 12 years of experience in software testing field. The single line you can write. After that, you write the summary. Okay, so each and every point matters here, guys. Okay, each and every point is very important here. So I have written, I will explain each and every line for you. Okay, extensive experience in quality control. Okay, we are calling quality control, right? We are not quality assurance. Okay, we are quality control. Either we can call ourselves as test engineers or we can call ourselves as quality control, anything. So extensive experience in quality control for, since I have worked on web applications, desktop applications, and mobile applications. Okay, I've written only three. So if you have worked on any other type of applications like cloud based applications, you can write that also. Okay, web, desktop, mobile, cloud, and so on. Okay, if you have worked on IoT, you can write IoT here. Okay, so this can be variable, guys. Okay, no resume can be same. So whatever I have worked, whatever experience I got working in multiple projects during my career, that only I represented here. In your case, whatever the things you have worked on, you just okay. Here I'm trying my level best in making you guys understand each and every line and how to customize each and every line while preparing a resume. Okay. So then I have written expertise in test automation. Okay. Since I have the expertise in test automation, I have written this line. If you don't have the expertise in test automation, don't put this line, guys. Okay. It's not compulsory that you have to put this line. Only when you have the expertise in test automation, you have to put this line. Okay. Expertise in test automation using, I was using only Selenium automation tool. So Selenium, I'll say, with the different programming languages. Okay. I use Selenium with Java. I have worked with Selenium with Python. I have worked with Selenium with C Sharp. So different programming languages I have put. But if you don't have this experience, don't put this line, guys. Okay, so it's very flexible. Then having good domain knowledge. Okay, so since I have worked on many projects, all projects doesn't fall into a single domain, right? One of the project was falling into the e-commerce domain, like Amazon, Flipkart, right? They are e-commerce, right? One of the project was falling into e-commerce. other project was falling into retail, and other projects were falling into education domain. Okay, education domain. So like that, whatever the domains that I have worked, I have represented here. In your case, in your company, whatever the projects, okay, you have worked, just find out what domains they are and all, and provide the domain names here. Okay, and demonstrated abilities in writing or creating. Okay, so this one everyone can write. Okay, even though whether you are a test lead or not a test lead, you can write, except this line. Okay, this test plan is only for test lead, guys. Remaining all you can write for anyone. Okay, so if you are not a test lead, then remove this test plan and put everything. Okay, so demonstrated abilities in writing or creating test plan. Since I am a test lead here, I provided test plan because test lead has the capability of writing the test plans. Okay, so test scenarios, test cases, test engineers, senior testing, everyone will create the scenarios, cases, traceability matrix, test automation scripts. If you have the experience in test automation, then only put this line, otherwise remove it. And then test reports. Okay, then test reports. Okay, and then involved in assigning. Since I'm a test lead, if you are not a test lead, remove this particular line, guys. Okay, this line you have to put only if you are a test lead, because here I am saying assigning, monitoring. Okay, who will monitor, who will assign, who will review the task? Test lead will do that. Okay, involved in assigning, monitoring, and reviewing of the task across multiple projects. If you are not a test lead, remove this line. Hands-on experience in continuous integration tools. If you have worked in automation using Selenium or something, automatically in your company you would have used tools like Git, GitHub, Jenkins, kind of continuous integration tools. If you are not used, don't put this line. Okay, whatever you have worked, you have to put it, guys, because your whatever the lines you are going to put here, for each and every line you are going to get a question from the interviewer. Okay, so be ready for that. Otherwise, learn these things and put it there. Okay, hands-on experience in build automation tools like Maven and Gradle. Okay, so in my test automation projects, I've used Maven and Gradle. Since I worked on test automation, I put this line. Hands-on experience in web application security testing. Apart from doing the normal software testing, I have also done some projects on security testing. If you have not done projects on security testing, don't put this line. Well versed in defect management. Okay, this everyone can put this line. Okay, defect management everyone has to do, right, by reporting and tracking tools using several tools like uh, in my experience I have used version 1 Jira as a major tools, and there are many other tools I have used, guys, apart from version 1 Jira. Okay, but I didn't list down everything. So important tools I mentioned here. You also can put the list of tools, defect tracking tools that you have used as part of your project. Then Jira is basically an agile management tool. Okay, so even version 1 also is kind of supports agile management. Okay, so hands-on experience in testing different layers of the application. Okay, I tested the different layers of the application like UI layer and the API layer also. Okay, UI layer means user interface layer, UI bugs. So is there any spelling mistake, or if the color of the button is not proper, alignment is not proper, text is going out of the page, such kind of defects UI. Okay, a separate session is there, guys, in my videos where I explained about UI testing. Okay, 3 parts of sessions were there on UI testing. A big checklist was there. If you want to learn that, you can go through that video and learn it. Okay, so UI layer testing and API layer also I tested, guys. Okay, the requests and responses that generally happen between the client and server machines, right? So that API testing or web services testing, whatever you called, I did that. If you have not done that, don't write this line. Okay, UI layer only you put. UI layer definitely everyone has to do. API layer is something that everyone may not get a chance, but nowadays it's kind of like everyone is expecting manual automation and API, okay, skills. So it's better to learn them and put it, guys. Then only you'll get good calls. Okay. Strong communication and interaction with clients, developers, business analysts, managers, testing team, and so on. Okay. So this is a general line that everyone can put. Participated in creating various proposals. Okay. This one I have really done that. So I put it. It's up to you whether you want to put this line or not. Okay, I created very good number of proposals to get new projects to the company. I created proposals, guys. I worked on proposals, and I created a lot of presentations also. Okay, so for multiple clients to convince the clients for getting the projects to the company, right? I worked at that level. So with that experience, I'm putting this line, but it's not compulsory for everyone to put this line. Okay, and also I helped our my company in publishing various forms of testing content for different needs. I worked on company website. I created a lot of documents that they can put their on the website for showcasing the testing skills of the company. Like that, I worked on it. Okay, that line I put just for that reason. And here I just mentioned the list of the projects I have worked in my career. Okay, worked in various projects like Xshare. These are not the real projects I worked. I just put the dummy projects here. Okay, in your case, you have to find out the proper projects and put it here. Okay, your own projects you have to put it Xshare, melting stream, sizzling, rackups, basis. Okay, like that. Some dummy projects I have put it. Whatever the projects, that will be enough, guys. You don't have to explain what. So if they ask, the interviewer may ask, if you put everything here, what is the use of, okay, why to give a kind of big journal for him to read and do that? Okay, simply put the names of the project that you have worked. That will be good, right? Okay, so you are clearly stating, if they want to know like what is this project about, they will ask you. Then you can explain. You so beforehand, you just be ready with what these projects are all about and kind of thing. Okay, but just to make the size to adjust it to a single page and make the job of the interviewer easy in asking the questions and driving the interview in a proper direction. Okay, I just put the list of the projects here. That's it. Okay, so then finally, to wrap up, guys, from this summary, again, I created technical skills. Okay, so that the interviewer will know like what exactly the skill set I have, whether I'm suitable for the job or not. With the skill set section, the interviewer will get to know. Okay, test automation tools like I worked on Selenium, Java, Python, with and also with C Sharp, Selenium. Okay, then I use TestNG, unit testing framework, Cucumber I used for BDD, and SpecFlow I have used in C Sharp, Selenium for BDD purpose. Then Maven and Gradle. Okay, then Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Eclipse IDE, and IntelliJ IDEs. Okay, for or writing the automation scripts. Then API automation tools like Postman and SoapU I have used for API testing. I have done so whatever the tools. So if none of these are relevant to you, remove them, guys. Okay, don't put all those things. Okay, if you have worked only, you put it here. Okay, so whatever that I have worked, I have put it here. But in your case, if you have not worked on some of the tools, don't worry about that. Don't put the tools names there. Okay, then security testing tools, like since I worked on security testing, I worked on these tools like Bubsuit and Zap, so I put it there. Automation frameworks, I worked on data-driven, keyword-driven, and hybrid frameworks. Okay, so design patterns like page object model, page factory, I worked. Application types like web, desktop, and mobile. Programming language like Java, Python, C Sharp, and JavaScript, I worked. Domains, e-commerce, retail, and education. Okay, so you say in a nutshell, in a simple single page, right, the interviewer will get to know that what exactly I am, right? So this is a kind of template, I can say. A lot of people ask me like, can you help me in preparing a resume and all? I cannot help everyone because your experience is different from my experience. So maybe by using my resume as a reference, I hope that you create a better resume. But some tips I will give you. So some people will say that I created the resume and put it in the websites, but I'm not getting calls. Why you will not get calls? The reason is you don't have enough skills, okay, to apply for the jobs. So what you have to do, guys, you have to learn more skills and put the keywords here in the resume. Okay, okay, that is one thing you have to do. More keywords are there. Okay, how the job portals bring your resume to the top. Okay, to the job search, the one who want to provide the job, right? When they search for something, your resume should come in the top, like Google search. In Google search, there will be a lot of websites, but not all websites comes on the top, right? The one which is more relevant will come on the top. Similarly, in the job portals also, the same thing will happen. When someone searches for a particular role, okay, when HR or whatever the person who is responsible for filtering the resumes, right, searches for some resumes on the job portals like Naukri and all, the resumes which are relevant will come on the top. Okay, because the keywords that are used by those people who are filtering the resumes for their companies, okay, will matter. Okay, for example, someone is searching for API. If I have the API keyword here, there is a chance that my resume will come on the top. Okay, so more skills you put in the resume, the more chances you will get. But don't blindly put the skills here, even though you don't have. Learn them properly and put it then. Okay, and that is a way to improve the chances for getting more calls, more job calls. Okay, so that's one tip. And update your resume daily, guys. Okay, in the Naukri, like your resume, over a period of time, what happens is Naukri thinks that okay, this guy is not active. Okay, so the resume goes down daily, even though you have put good number of keywords and all. But after a few days, your resume will keep going down. So what's my other tip for the people who are trying for jobs and want to put their resume in the job portals is you need to keep on updating at least a single word. You update it here in the resume and upload it freshly into the job portal. Okay, so learn continuously, update the keywords in the resume continuously, add more points to this resume. Okay, add more skills to this resume and keep updating your resume in the job portal. Okay, that's the way to get your resume highlighted when someone searches or filters the resumes for their companies. Okay, so with this guys, I'm done showing you one example template of a resume. So hope that everyone utilize this template and creates your own, which matches your skill set and all. Okay, experience and skill set. Okay, so that's all guys. That's all for this session. Thank you. Bye.